Hello, guys. Today I'm interviewing Rhys Woods. He's currently, he's 4-0. And yeah, have I seen something that you're back out on the 3rd of September?
3rd of September, yeah, that's the next fight date. So 8 weeks today is.
Yes, is that in Bolton?
I'll be back up in Bolton, yeah. I enjoy that venue, I think it's a better venue than the one we was at previous.
What, the one in Manchester when you fought James McCarthy?
Yeah, what's it called?
AJ Bell.
AJ Bell, that's it, that's correct. Yeah, it was a bit. I like the mezzanine at Bolton where you can watch all the fights going on while you're warming up, and it just gets you in that bit of a zone. Whereas when we was at AJ Bell, we were just watching out onto the pitch and there was nothing really happening. So I just need something, to focus on to get you in that zone.
Yeah. So, because you fought there against, earlier this year against Danny Little.
Yeah, so all three of my previous fights have been there. So I've had one against
Poochie,
then one against Dale Arrowsmith, and then Danny Little. This has been the only one that was at the AJ Bell. Now we're going back to Bolton. So yeah.
Yeah. So is that like your preferred venue, Bolton?
I quite like it, Yeah, I mean, I suppose I'm not experienced a lot, but I quite like it. Yeah, I think it's one of the better shows.
Is that where you sell the most tickets in Bolton?
To be fair, yeah, I do actually. I don't know why, because AJ Bell was closer, but the tickets didn't seem to sell as well as they do at Bolton. I think because it's a better setup and you have tables and people can have a bit of food and things like that. Makes more of an evening of it, doesn't it?
Yeah. Because was James like your hardest fight, because he was definitely coming to win?
100%. I think his record showed that as well, because he wants to be a prospect himself. He doesn't want to go on the road and be a journeyman. He was coming to win. He wanted to upset. And he was actually training for a fight against John Edges, who's another tall southpaw. So he caught me off guard, because normally when you get in the ring and people see that you're a southpaw, it makes it a bit awkward for him. But he must have been drilling it, because he come out and he shocked me a bit. He was quite good.
Yeah, because I watched that fight. I think it was on. It went on YouTube. Your fight with James after, like, the day after the fight.
Yeah.
And I thought, because I like James as well, because I've interviewed him, but I always knew that I thought you would beat him, but it was a good little fight, wasn't it?
It was a good little scrap. I mean,
I wish it was a 6-round fight.
Yeah, I wish it was as well, because I think I would have stopped him over 6 rounds, because he was gassing after the 4th, and he admitted it himself. And to be fair, I was a bit blowing, because it was a hard fight. Actually, it was a hard fight.
Yeah, because
he made it into a scrap, and I should have reverted back to my boxing a bit, but he made it into a bit of a scrap.
Yeah,
I got dragged in a bit.
I always knew that when it went to the ref, that you did enough to win.
No, you think?
Yeah.
No, that's all right then.
Steve Woods got a show today, hasn't he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Is it Jake Barton and somebody else is fighting for Central Area title?
Yeah, Mickey Ellison. Yes.
Mickey Ellison, yeah, from Bolton, isn't he? He's from Bolton.
Yeah. Who do you think wins that tonight?
You've got to push towards Jake, I think, haven't you? With just purely on his record, he's 7-0, isn't he? I think. And yes, Mickey Ellison is 12. He's had 12 fights. He's lost 4, has he?
Yes, he is. Yes.
Yeah. So I think with the records, you've got to push towards Jake. I mean, although that Mickey Ellison, he knows what it likes to lose, so perhaps he don't want to lose that fight, and he'll find a way to win. But I'll tell you, it'll be a good fight, good scrap. Big boys, aren't they? They're big boys.
Yes, but I don't think that's going to be live streamed, so I'm going to watch Derek Chisora instead.
Yeah, no, it's not a live stream. It'll probably be up tomorrow, won't it? Derek Chisora, that'll be a good fight. That'll be a good fight.
Yeah.
He always brings it,
Who
doesn't
do you think wins, Pulev or Chisora?
I expect Pulev to pull it off, to be honest. I think
By
Chisora.
knockout?
No, I think he won't knock Chisora out. He'll do that thing he always does: jab and grab, frustrate Chisora, make him frustrated, and then that tires you out because he'll be trying to work on the inside when he's tying him up and things like that. He'll drain his energy. But to be fair, if you go on the other hand, when you look at him against Usyk, who's a slick southpaw, good, he give him problems, didn't he? Give him problems. So I think he's improving with every fight. Even now at his age, I think he's still improving.
Yeah, because the first fight against Parker, was it? I thought Chisora beat Parker in that first fight.
Yeah. There's a mixed opinions on that, weren't there? Mixed opinions.
Yeah. Is it true that I think James had 1 day's notice on fighting you?
Oh, for our fight just gone.
Yeah.
He had so he got a phone call on Wednesday, because I got the same phone call because I was scheduled to fight a different opponent.
Who were you meant to fight?
Josh Cook. He was meant to fight him.
Well,
and I've sparred him.
Is that a bonus because James is a step up? Like he's.
Yeah, because Josh Cook, no disrespect, he's a good lad and I know him and I've sparred him a few times, but he's a journeyman. And I wanted that step up, I wanted that push, and we asked for it. But you can't pick your own opponents, can you? So when it got announced, I was a bit disappointed with the Josh Cook. And then on the Wednesday beforehand, I got a phone call and said he's pulled out and we've had to get this other guy in. This is the only guy I've got. And it works out well. You've got to take the chances in boxing, haven't you?
Yeah. So when you got the phone call, did you know who James McCarthy? Did you watch him before you fought him?
I'll be honest, I didn't know him. As soon as I got the phone call and we got the fight agreed, I went on YouTube straight away and watched it. I watched his fight with Dexter McCarza.
Yes.
I watched his fight with
Jordan Graham.
Gannon. Jordan Gannon, is it? Is it Gannon? I watched that. I watched his first fight with I don't know the guy's name. I watched the first fight he had. So I studied him a bit, but you can't go off tapes, can you, really? I don't think, because it's always different when you get in there, because all them three guys were orthodox opponents, and he got in there with a southpaw, so.
Yeah.
But like I say, he was training for John Edges, who's a big 6'5" southpaw, so, and I'm quite bigger than him myself, wasn't I? So he knew what he was coming in for.
Yeah. So in Bolton, do you know who you're fighting?
No, it'll be announced soon at the time, because at the minute they've got a show on next weekend, and then that's it over summer, and then they come back in September. So probably Steve will go away, my manager. He'll go away and to Portugal or wherever he goes, and then when he comes back, then he'll probably get on it and sort it out.
Oh, so what fight did you sell the most tickets in?
My fight was in Bolton. It was my third fight, I think. My third fight, I sold the most tickets.
So
yeah.
How much do you roughly sell?
So we're averaging about £5,000 worth of tickets. The best we've ever done was just under £8,000. It was. That was the best we ever did.
So how much are the tickets? What, £30, £40?
Yeah, so if you want unreserved tickets, they're £40. So that's just unreserved seating, and then if you want ringside, that's £80. But then you get a meal with it and things like that.
Also, it's good getting so you've had like quite a few people down then if you're selling well.
Yeah, we've had quite a lot of people down. It goes well. Like I say, it's a bit further away, but people seem to like the venue a bit more. So, and I like it as well.
There at the McCarthy fight?
Say again.
How many people were there for like the McCarthy fight? Did you sell well in that fight?
Yeah, but the tickets were cheaper in that fight as well. We did quite well. I think the tickets were £40 unreserved, same, but only £60 for what do they call it, ringside.
Why is it cheaper for certain like
certain venues?
places? Yeah, venues. Sorry.
So I presume because even the ringside was sort of just seating, there was no tables involved and there was no food. So I presume that you pay an extra £20 for the food that you get and your own table.
Oh, is there like people wanting to come to the one on the 3rd yet? Have you?
So we've sort of put it out there, but we've not really announced it yet, sort of thing, if that makes sense. So we know the date, but it's not been confirmed. So I've not actually put out saying that people can start buying tickets because I haven't got any to sell, if that makes sense. Because I've not put any up.
But do you think you'll get a fair few people down there?
Oh, we should do, yeah. We always get a good crowd out. There's always a lot of people want to go, yeah.
Yeah. Is that good? Do your crowd, are you happy with the amount of tickets that you sell?
Yeah, we're happy, you always want to strive for more. You always want to build more and more. And you always want to get a bit of more of a fan base going. And that's only going to come with more fights and more performances. So yeah, at the minute we're happy, but we always push for more.
Yeah. Like who trains like with you? Like, do you have any like sparring partners?
So no specific sparring partners, but we get around a lot of the local gyms, sparring all around the northwest. I suppose Johnny Boy Keeley, I think you've interviewed him before.
Yes, I have. Yeah.
We spar him a lot. Casey Brown. We go up to Bolton and spar in the elite gym. You got people like Jack
Sam Melville.
Sam Melville.
Yeah.
So he's just joined our stable now. He's training under Ryan, my coach. He come from the Northside gym in Manchester, and now he trains with Ryan at Shinny's gym in Stockport. And we've got another guy.
He's only recently came into your gym.
Yes, he's only recently joined our stable. This his first fight is on the 30th for this month.
Where is it? Oldham.
Oldham Leisure Centre, yeah, on the Black Flash promotion show.
Oh, because I watched one of his fights. I think he fought in Ireland not long ago, like back in, I think it was March, against Cole Murphy, who's an Irish prospect who's going on for like Irish titles, Celtic titles, and that. So yeah, right. And I thought Sam, even though Sam got stopped, I thought Sam did very well, which is good.
Well, yeah, but that's another reason why he's come down to our gym, because he was getting put in tough, hard fights, and he wasn't really not ready for him. But you've got to build as a fighter, and
because he
get the right fight.
He had someone who was 4-0, and then he's fought
4-0 already.
And then he fought Luke Fash, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think you're right.
And then
it was on one of those fight
Fuller and Cole.
Yeah, it was in lockdown. It was on a fight zone show.
Hasn't been easy for him, has it?
No, and that's why he's left that gym, I think, because that was the same gym what Josh Cook is from and things like that. So it's more of a journeyman sort of style gym, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because
There's a
Sam's
good
not a bad
prospect in
fighter.
there. No, he's very good. You know, he surprised me because I was watching him sparring a couple of weeks ago up in Bolton at Elite Boxing, and he really surprised me. He was really good, really good.
Yeah. So, talking about Johnny, wasn't he fighting the same night as you?
He was, yeah, he was on the same show. I think he fought a Russian fella. Was he called Amilov or something like that?
Oh yeah. Was he on before you or after?
He was on after.
Like,
He was on after.
were you one of the first fights on, or were you near the end?
There was 6 fights and we come out third.
So like in the middle.
Bang in the middle, yeah.
Yeah. It was a good card because I managed to watch all of the fights.
Yeah, it was a good card. It was. I think you had a debutant out first, Liam Cooney. Then you had Thorn Wright was out. Then it was me, and then it was Johnny Boy, and then Casey.
And then Luke.
There was 7 fights because Akib Fiaz was on it as well. He fought.
Oh yeah, he was on it. Because I watched Luke Evans. I think he fought on Matchroom, didn't he? A Matchroom show.
I did, yeah.
It wasn't his best performance, to be honest.
No, but he did well to get that draw, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I think he got put down, twice?
I think it was twice, yeah.
But fair play to him to get off the canvas.
Well, that's the hardest thing to do, isn't it? Because you can dish out as much punishment as you want, but when you take shots and you have to get back up, it's a testament to his character, isn't it?
Yeah. And what's your favourite punch in a fight?
Favourite punch?
Yeah.
Do you know what? I've been quite liking at the minute the body shots.
Like right hook or left hook or?
Either or, because I feel I can get the same power out of both hands. So the left hook or the right hook to the body is working well for me at the minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like it.
Is your opponent getting knocked out on the third?
Yeah, definitely. We need that knockout. I mean, we've had 4 fights now.
Is it going to be a 6-round fight? Your first 6-rounder?
It's going to be first 6-rounder. So we're going to put him in deep water, make him feel like from the 3rd round, make him feel, oh dear, I've got 3 more rounds of this. Because normally in a 4-round fight, you get to the 3rd round, you might put it on them a bit more. Then they're thinking, oh, I've only got 1 more round. Whereas you get into a 6-round fight, comes to the 3rd round, they're getting punishment. They've got another 3 rounds of taking it.
Yes. So as soon as you know the opponent, you know what to expect, like watch a bit of him and stuff. Yeah,
that's it. We have a little sit down, we watch, but we was talking, me and my coach, and we say we won't read too much into it this time round, the opponent, because like last time it changed 3 days before. So we'll watch him a little bit and see what he does, but more focus on yourself and in self-improvement.
Yes. And my last question is, do you have any advice for people who want to be a boxer when they're like older?
Yeah, I mean, if you have to figure out that you like it first, you have to go down. Because I was 19 when I had my first fight. I started in the gym when I was 18, and I just went down for some fitness, really. I started boxing for fitness. And then my coach at the time, Shinny, my amateur coach, he said, do you want to join the amateur team, have a few fights? And I said, well, yeah, you've got to try it. But then, the first time that you'll like boxing is when you get first hit in the face. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. If you do, you do. And if you do like it, you get the bug. Just go down and have a go. Because it's a great It's a great atmosphere as well. People are a bit scared and worried. Think it's a daunting place, a boxing gym, full of dead, big, hard men, but it's not. It's a good place to go.
Yeah. And do you want to shout out like your manager or any of your sponsors or anyone who's helped you?
Yeah, we'll give a shout out to Artisan Bathroom, John Fitzpatrick, Stockport County, Sharp Art Studios. There's a lot to remember actually. I think that's it. Pretty sure that's it. Shout out to Ryan, my coach, and things like that, and Stephen, manager,
Yeah.
and Shinny Bayar.
I want to say a massive thank you for your time, mate. And on the 3rd of September, you go 5-0.
5-0. Cheers, mate.
Thank you, Rhys. Bye.
Bye bye.